Hey guys, I'm Brandon Gaylor. I'm here at eztroll Outdoors today. This video may not be as good quality as normal. I'm doing this with my phone instead of my GoPro. But this is this week's, or I guess last week's, Top Bait Tuesday, where I walk around and show y'all what the top selling baits were for the last week, which was February 20th through 26th. We had a little slower week this past week because it rained really heavy. We had some flooding around this area. The lake went way up, went from winter pool up to past summer pool in about 2 days. So we had that, and after the rain came through, it got cold. So it's a little bit slower sales this week. I only have a couple of the top baits, like standout top baits. First one is, and it's totally different than what we've been having this past about month or so. First one is, they're both actually worms. First one is, let's find it. Back up. Netbait, Finesse worm, and green pumpkin. That's this bait here. That was the #1 top selling bait for this past week. And when conditions are tough, like a flood or getting colder, Finesse worm is one of the top baits you can use. Second, we had, this is a Zoom Old Monster 10.5 in the last pack in black red glitter. So I don't really know. I wouldn't think this worm would be that good right now, but apparently somebody's caught fish doing it. So unless they're just stocking up for coming like spring, summer, that could be it. But that's the 2 top selling bass baits this week. For crappie, it's the same one we've been selling. It is the Kalin's Triple Threat Grub, John Deere Green, and in the 50 pack. These are the top selling crappie baits, which that's been the top selling bait for probably a month or two now of crappie. So one of the best ways to use these finesse worms is actually with a shaky head setup. Shaky head is when you're using, it's a jig head, which is like a lead or tungsten or whatever on the hook as a weight. Then you have a spring or some kind of attachment point right here for the worm. All you do is you take this worm and you screw the head of it in on this spring, and then you put the tip of it into the worm, kind of like it's Texas rigged, so it's weedless. So your worm will be on this spring like this, and the point will be just right here at the tip. If the worm was my finger, it'd be at the tip right here. So that worm's on there like that. You could kind of do that on these worms, that you'd usually want a bigger one. But the main way to rig these is either Texas rig or Carolina rig. Texas rig, you just have a bullet sinker and then like a wide gap or round bend hook. Texas rig to where it's got the tip of the hook at the tip of the worm, then the hook point is at the back of the worm, just like this is, so it's weedless. Carolina rig, you have the hook rigged the same way, then you have up here farther away, you'll have a sinker with a swivel. So that the sinker's on bottom here. So this is our Carolina rig sinker. That's on bottom, your worm is up here floating around, then you're dragging it on bottom and it's gonna move and fall. But that's one of the top ways to work those worms. The main way is Texas rig. The main way on this is the shaky head, like this kind of hook. That's a very easy way to rig up, and it gets lots of bites, especially when it's tough, like the flooding and cold water and stuff. With the crappie bait, same way I've been saying the past few weeks, just a jig head, cast it out, rub back in, or cast it out, just let it sit, or you can cast it out under a floater, whichever way you get more bites. This week we've actually had a huge shipment of stuff come in. This is a little bit of stuff left from the last order that we got in, and then this past weekend we picked up this huge order. You can see how many boxes and just stacks taller than I am right here. A lot of this is like Plano boxes and storage, tackle storage. So that's a ton of stuff here we've got to get put out. all new stuff going on the shelves here soon. There's some rods, some nets, and a lot of that is tackle storage. So I could bring y'all around this way and show you a better view of it. Yeah. That's a huge stack of stuff. There's actually some more in here. This is all mostly zoom stuff and hooks and sinkers and terminal tackle. Check back soon and we'll be getting this stuff out. Every day we'll be getting more stuff out. All through spring we'll be getting new stuff in. So come in and check out all the new stuff we get. I'll be posting up on Facebook, usually Facebook and Instagram, and some videos of all the new stuff coming in. So this week it should be getting warmer. Like we're starting to get some temperatures in the upper 60s into 70 this week. This morning was pretty cold. It was below freezing, but every day this week's getting a little bit warmer. So, and it's gonna be sunny. Hopefully this week we get a lot more sales and get a more variety of stuff selling. That way there's some more different standout kind of baits as the top baits. So check back next week to see what baits sell this week when it's kind of some springtime weather coming on. So see y'all next time. Bye.